My name is Lucas. I'm 23 and live alone in an old house I inherited from my grandparents. It has 2 floors, but I always kept the upstairs locked. Not because of superstition or anything. It's just that the upstairs has a weird vibe. Too cold, too quiet. Even as a kid, I avoided going up there, but that didn't stop what happened one night in March. It was around 2:30 a.m. I was half asleep on the couch, the TV playing quietly in the background, when I heard the slow dragging of furniture from upstairs. My body froze. The house was locked, and I hadn't been up there in months. I stood still, trying to hear it again. Nothing. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and slowly made my way up the stairs. Each step creaked, like it was warning me not to continue. At the end of the hallway, the guest room door was slightly open, and that was the strangest part. I clearly remembered locking every door. I pushed the door open. The room was empty, but the old wardrobe in the corner had one door wide open. Inside were fresh scratch marks in the wood, as if someone had tried to claw their way out. I didn't sleep that night. I went back downstairs, locked the door, and pushed the couch in front of it. Ever since then, every night at 2:30 a.m., I hear the same dragging sound, but now, it sounds closer.
My name is Juliana. I live in a small apartment on the 6th floor downtown. I never really cared about mirrors, until one night changed that. I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom. The mirror is right above the sink. I had left the hallway light on behind me, which made a strange glow in the reflection. That's when it happened. I turned my head to grab the towel, and my reflection didn't move. For a split second, it just stood there, staring straight at me. And then, like it realized I noticed, it snapped into place, mimicking the movement too late. I froze. I thought maybe I was tired, but the next day, I started noticing it again. Every time I stared into the mirror for too long, the reflection seemed to lag, just slightly. Like it wasn't a perfect copy anymore. One night, I decided to test it. I raised my left hand suddenly. The reflection raised the right. Since then, I've covered every mirror in the house. But sometimes, when I pass by a dark screen or glass, I feel it watching, waiting for me to look again.
It was one of those old CRT TVs from the 90s. I found it on the sidewalk with a note taped to it. Do not take. It turns on by itself. Of course, I took it. I thought it was a joke. I cleaned off the dust and plugged it in. Nothing. Just a black screen, not even static. Still, I kept it around, gave it that retro vibe in the corner of the room. That first night, it turned on at exactly 3:13 a.m. The volume was low, almost like a whisper, and the screen showed an old recording of a living room, one that looked a lot like mine. Same furniture, same curtains. Then I saw myself in the footage, sitting on the couch, crying, trembling, looking directly at the camera, and behind me, a shadowy figure placing a hand on my shoulder. I shut everything off, unplugged the TV, locked it in the closet. But every night at 3:13, I hear the click of the power knob turning, and I know it's watching me now.